Okay, so one of the most profitable campaigns that I've ever ran is what's called a long tail keyword campaign. So right here, these are all keyword or search campaigns, and these are just little ads on the top of the search results. So now you can actually pay to be on the top of search results, but we don't want to be on the top of any result. We want to be on the top of very, very, very specific search results. So for example, instead of us wanting to show up for every time someone types in dog walkers, we can have an ad that only shows up if someone types in dog walkers for large dogs. And then another example is, instead of saying, okay, hey Google, I want to show up every time someone types in meal delivery service. Instead, we want to be more specific and be like, no, I'm only a vegan meal delivery service. So the beauty of this is the fact that we are only going to get the most hyper-targeted traffic. We're not going for all traffic. We're going only for the ones that are most likely to convert. And so if we go inside the case study store, you can see a lot of, like, even if we just go into one of these campaigns, all of these campaigns are actually search campaigns, and a lot of them were long-tail keyword campaigns. But if we go into this one, this campaign got over 600 sales, 700 sales, and really gave me a good boost to get profitability, obviously, but also to see who is converting, what is converting, and how I can optimize further. But for example, you can see that a lot of the words that I was bidding on were specific to what I was selling, and some of them are really odd. Now, long tail keywords usually means that it's more than 2 words. However, in this example, what we want to go for is if there's a weird term that's like photo socks, and it's only for your one product, super niche down, then you can add it in. But most of the time what I like to do is go 3 words or more. So face on socks, dog on socks, socks with dogs on them. These all gave a ton of conversions as well. So it's important, yes, to find these terms, but in addition, a lot of these terms that I found was only by finding about maybe 7 or 10 of these keywords and letting it run, and then I go into the keywords right here and I look at search terms, and now instead I can actually see what else I'm showing up for, what are people typing in, and it gives me already ideas of what I can actually make a campaign around. So maybe before I never had socks with your dog's face on them. I was like, I didn't even know to type this in, but now I know that it shows up and I create an ad group around that. Your dog on socks, dogs on socks. So I ended up just running ads and then seeing, under the search terms, and then I ended up seeing under the search terms category of what I was actually showing up for, and then going ahead and creating a specific campaign around that. So this is exactly one-to-one what we're going to be doing. So let's go back to the question of how do we find these terms? Well, the best way is honestly to kind of research your product a little bit and then look at some of these terms that people are using. For example, handheld portable fish finder. Okay, cool. Then I'll put handheld fish finder and then portable fish finder. So handheld fish finder. And I'll see, is there any search volume? Yes, 480 searches a month. Great. Okay, cool. That's one, and I add it to the list. Then I say portable. Great. How many searches does this have? 6,000 searches a month. This is great. And then I'll even try to think a little bit outside the box. So obviously I found some of those, but also I'll put in Sonar at the end. And this one has 90 searches a month. It's low, not many searches a month, but I still want to put it out there. The reason why is because as I'm starting these long tail keyword ads, I can go back, for example, I can go back into here under my keywords and look up the search terms that I'm actually showing up for and get more ideas on what is actually converting and add it to my campaign. So in simple terms, what we're trying to find is as many variations of these kind of terms about our product that is still specific. I even want to put Sonar. I want to see what else we can find. Fish finder Sonar. This even might be a good idea. I even found one, best fish finder, but even best fish finder under 200. So now we're looking even under our price range that we can bid on hyper specific traffic. Now, I want to quickly just show you, if I scroll down here, look, there is no one running any ads. Look at this. Isn't that funny? I have no idea why they're not, but it's fine because it's very profitable. People in competitive niches like this, you can see that there's ads not only on this page, but even if we scroll down, look at all these ads down here. But for things like this, let's see, any ads even lower? A little bit lower. But you see, the reason why these are not up to the top is because their quality score is garbage. They do not have this exact term anywhere in here, and you can see that because it would have bolded it. They have deeper portable sonar. That is no for kayak ice. Regardless, we're going to be showing how we can get our ads to the very top with the least amount of cost per click. And so what we'll do is we'll compile a full list. So we'll have a full list, and I have it to the right of me. And what we want to do is then go to a website called AdWords Wrapper, or AdWordsWrapper.com right here. And so we're going to scroll on down, and we're going to paste some of the keywords that we found, and then we're going to wrap them. Now, how many keywords should you find and wrap? Find as many as you can. At least, like I found around 7. Find at least 7 just to start with, just to get going, and then you can build off from there. Now, which one are we actually going to copy? So we have this one right here. This is the one we want. We want modified, we want phrase, and we want exact match. This is the winning combo right here. And so I'm going to show you, actually we don't need to copy all of it. I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do with this. So now we're going to go actually back into our campaign and create this. So we're going to click that little icon, new campaign, without a guidance. I'll go a little bit slower. Search, continue, and we're going to put SCAG. This is single keyword ad group, which I'll be covering why we'll do this. This is actually so our quality score will be through the roof, reduce our costs. It's a very dangerously good strategy. Long tail keywords. Version 1, because usually we'll have a lot of versions. Search network, okay, display, nope, we don't want that. Show more settings, this is all good. Great, United States is usually what we choose, and remember, we always choose our targeting right here and right here. People in your excluded, people in your regularly or targeted locations. Great. Now, what's the average we want to spend per day? Well, I recommend at least, if we want to be on the bottom, if we want to be on the bottom, we could do $20 per day. And by the bottom, I mean like the least amount spent per day. $20 per day. Okay, great. What do I usually do? At least 50. Give it some air. Give it a little bit of life so it could try to spend 50, but it won't. It won't spend $50. Clicks. Nope. We want to select a bid right over here, manual CPC. So we're going to select our manual CPC bid. Now we can actually fill out some of these now that we kind of have an idea of what keywords we are going to be targeting. So let's go right here. We're going to add a new site link extension. I quickly created 2 because it's going to be really boring for you to watch me do this. But first, let me show you why we want this, and then I'll show you kind of the strategy behind creating these little things. So first of all, why do we want this? Well, even as it says up here, it is actually accurate. You do get a higher click-through rate, and the reason why is because these are these. See these little extensions? These are site link extensions that increase the real estate of your ad, making it so it's a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker, and this is going to make it to where when someone's scrolling, they're going to slow down and they're going to have all these keywords that you're looking at, which actually brings me to my next point. For your site link extensions, you want to have just specific keywords or general keywords that you're going to put into your extensions. So that way when someone is scrolling through, 1, Google is going to put that site link, and 2, people are going to see this as relevant because people are just taking a split second to look at your ad. So now let me show you what I did. So if we go into here, what I did was I put in Fish Finder Portable, Sonar Fish Finder, and if I click edit, you can see the site link text is very similar to some of the keywords I chose, because we want this to have high relevancy and just to match what most likely customers are going to be typing in. The description is also very simple. I put get this fish finder on sale today. You can say get these socks on sale today, or put your face on socks, right? Your description is simply just gonna have more keywords, but your final URL, you're gonna wanna make sure to actually put it / whatever your landing page is as far as your URL. So we're gonna keep going. Call out extensions. These are super simple. We wanna just put in, just kind of follow along here. Fish finder on sale, because that's usually gonna be our offer. Official fish finder. We can even put free shipping. Fish finder 50% off if we want. We're gonna put in a bunch of these call out extensions, and we wanna also, like, truthfully, we could even keep going. Like, we can keep adding more and more. Sonar fish finder, and Google is actually going to pick which one it wants to show. So I just put in a bunch of different ones, and sometimes it'll show all of them, which is good because people aren't going to read through all of them. They glance for literally 2 seconds, and they'll see, oh, 50% off free. Okay, cool. And they don't even think of it. It's not like, oh, this is spammy. There's no logic with this. Cool. Save. Now, call extensions we don't need because this is for a phone number. Later on, you guys can actually go ahead and do this, but this is not important at all. Save and continue. All right, now before I continue, we're gonna create our ad groups, but now I wanna show you the strategy. Now we kind of got the busy work out of the way. I wanna show you the strategy and why this works so well. So Google really only cares about your quality score. And what we really care about is getting our cost as low as possible to where we're getting as many conversions as possible, right? But our cost is extremely low. So what we have to do is we have to not manipulate the algorithm, of course, but we have to play the game of Google. And so this is what we are learning right now. So in order to get our quality score as high as possible, that is really going to be determined by these things, which I covered in another video, but I want to recover right now. Our click-through rate. Remember how we added those site link extensions, and we want to be really relevant and have those actual terms inside our ad? Well, it's because of this guy right here, the quality score. Extremely, extremely important. We'll actually get a quality score rating. You'll see it's right next to your ad. If we get like an 8 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, this means we are sitting really well. Most advertisers are actually at a 4 out of 10. And that's just the fact. But the reason why they're at a 4 out of 10 is because they are not, they're not doing what's called SCAGs. And what are SCAGs? Well, SCAGs is what we're creating right now with all of those ad groups. Each ad group is now going to create, each ad group, right, is going to have its own ad. And its own ad is going to have this text right here, increasing relevancy. And now when the customer types in, let's just say portable fish finders, our ad is literally going to have portable fish finders in it. And this is going to have a higher CTR, higher click-through rate, and it's going to be extremely, extremely relevant to Google because Google's like, oh, this is exactly what they're typing for. This is what we want to show up for. And our bounce rate is going to be really low because when people click on our ad, they go to what? Yes, our landing page. But how is our landing page structured? Oh, it's structured in a long form kind of sales letter. And what that's going to do is it's going to kind of increase the time a little bit for people to at least scroll through, see all the pretty pictures, all the explanations, and they're going to stay longer on the website. Right? So what does this mean? Well, this means just kind of follow along. There is a strategy to this method, and this is just a well-oiled machine that's going to work very, very well. So that's why I kind of structured everything I did. And so hopefully this makes sense. But basically, our best friend is the quality score in order to get the cost really low. So let's continue. Okay, so with each ad group, the way I like to do it is I like to be very, very organized. And I'm gonna show you exactly how we're gonna do this. We're gonna put the exact term that we're bidding on at the very top. And I'm gonna do that for all of them right now. And so here we go. And then the next thing is you're gonna set a default bid, like I mentioned before, 75 cents, 75 cents, 75 cents. However, there is a little edit I want to say. if you chose a word that is like, ooh, there's 30,000 searches a month, I might drop the bid a little bit to 50 cents, just to make sure that you don't show up to the top of that, because yes, you might get a lot of sales and a lot of you might spend a lot. I don't know. So just to be safe, if there's a word here that has 30,000 searches a month, just, you know, drop it to 50 cents just in case. Okay. So now we have to just kind of match these. So portable fish finder. So we need to go to portable fish finder right here, copy, delete, and then paste. Portable fish finder, and then portable fish finder sonar. I'm gonna go back here. And remember, we are copying from this guy right here. Don't go to any of these. And then we're gonna go ahead and paste. Cool. And then handheld fish finder. Where is my handheld fish finder? There we are. Cool. And these are actually really good terms. I like these terms, and no one's bidding on it. So honestly, I'll probably not pay that much at all. There's really no competition, and I'm gonna be really killing it for the quality score. So now we're gonna save and continue. Great. So we have everything put together, but now we have to create our ad. Now remember, this is like the money maker. So I wanna show you exactly how we're gonna create the best ad. Now our final URL is, we need to put our actual URL with our landing page. So let's just say, we need to make sure that we put in the right URL. So if it's fishfinder/products/sale, then we need to put that and make sure that that is correct. However, what we're gonna do is actually change the path right here to increase quality score, but it's not gonna change the path up here. But we'll get to that in about 20 seconds. So our headline, what is gonna be our headline? Well, it's gonna be very simple. We literally, the best click-through rate I've ever gotten is just by matching whatever the customer says. If the customer says they want a portable fish finder, that's what I'm gonna have in my ad. If they say they want a handheld fish finder, great, this is what it is. You can't be any more specific than matching the customer's language. So portable fish finder on sale. We can put like best portable fish finder right here. And then what I put in is portable fish finder, and this is actually going to look like this. See how this looks right here? This is fantastic. Now let me go ahead and show you the description I use. Okay, so this is what I usually put. Looking to catch fish in half the time. Get this best-selling portable fish finder on sale. Over 20,000 happy customers with a money back guarantee. I usually try to put free in there somewhere, and I also like to put in numbers. Naturally, people gravitate towards seeing some kind of number. People like numbers. They obviously like faces, and a lot of the time they like free. So this is just a little trick, and this is what we're gonna do like over and over for all of them. So we're gonna have to just change the ad a little bit, right? But this is a portable fish finder sonar. So we'll have portable fish finder sonar, and we have 26 characters. Okay, I probably can't put another character right there. Sometimes I just like to reuse a little bit so that way it kind of speeds up the process. But I also want to make sure that these are all the best ads. So portable fish finder sonar, best portable fish finder sonar. This is fine, best portable fish finder, and then, okay. So basically I make sure I put exactly what I'm advertising. So portable fish finder sonar, boom, I have sonar there, portable fish finder, that's gonna help. Portable sonar fish finder, so I just kind of switched it around, that's gonna help as well. And then I kind of put the same thing on the bottom because this description, it won't always show, it's up to Google. And so this is exactly how I do it, and then you're gonna do it for all of the terms, right? So you're just going to edit a little bit, but kind of follow the same script. And so we're gonna save and continue, and boom, now we're gonna continue to the campaign. And so we have these as our ad groups, right? We're in the ad groups. And so now we will see, and so now if I go back to here, well, we will see if we go back into ad groups, right? We will see like, oh, PhotoSocks is doing really well, but what about PhotoSocks is doing well? Was it the exact match? Was it the phrase match? Was it this broad match? And so we can see and it'd be like, oh, it was the phrase match. And so what's crazy is like you can literally turn off, like for example, if since this was doing the best, I didn't need the exact match anymore. So I paused the exact match and I let all the spend go to the phrase match, right? So super, super simple. And so actually, if I go back into, where am I? Yeah, right here. So if I go back into here, that's the same setup, right? Now we have all of these. And if we even want to go into our ads, so we can go into our ads and extensions, ads, we can see our ad, and yes, we can edit it. It'll be under review. Almost every single time it'll be approved unless we have all caps or something weird. So this is a strategy. Go ahead and finish your long tail keywords, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.